It's about time with Rashawn. It's about time boxing, aka Mr. You Already Know. Um, it's been a minute, but I'm back again. Before I even get into this video, shout out to my man Anthony, the Messenger Thompson. Everybody, please subscribe to his channel. Put your gloves on. Put your gloves on. Guard your grill. Put your gloves on. Yeah, so y'all go ahead and support my man Anthony the Messenger Thompson. His YouTube channel is called Put Your Gloves On. Y'all will not be disappointed. And now you're getting somebody else. And salute to my guy Rebel Life Boxing. Support Rebel Life Boxing too. But definitely, you know what I mean, support. Put your gloves on. Anthony the Messenger Thompson, former pro fighter, you know what I mean, was a monster. You know, I used to train with him in the gym. Beast. And I'm not telling y'all to support him, you know, just because, you know, I know him and all that. Nah, he really got real boxing knowledge. He going, you know, and some of y'all might not like what he say, but you know, what y'all gonna do, y'all gotta accept it. It's the truth. Truth is the truth. Facts is facts. So again, salute to Put Your Gloves On, Anthony the Messenger Thompson. Support my guy. Salute, big homie. Yeah, so again, look, I want to thank everybody again who takes the time to watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, and leave the comments. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Encourage others to subscribe to RBTB, Rashawn's Bout Time Boxing, and get down with the Bout Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang. Yeah, so I don't want to make this video too long, and I know I'm probably chiming in a little late with the Vergil Ortiz versus Erickson Luben thing. Now, when they first announced the fight, I had already told everybody, if Erickson Luben shows up to fight, if Luben shows up, because you know, sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. But if Luben shows up to fight, I said Vergil would get exposed. I said, but if Luben did not show up to fight, Vergil won't look like a superstar. So Vergil Ortiz get the second round stoppage on Erickson Luben. Now I'm not going to discredit that. You know what I mean? So congratulations to Vergil Ortiz. But was I impressed with it? Absolutely not. Y'all gonna dog Boots out about knocking Lima out, but then y'all want to praise Vergil Ortiz for stopping Erickson Luben. Now, realistically, to me, there's no real difference in Erickson Luben and we see Lima as far as skill wise. If you put them two in a ring, Lima messing around and beat Luben for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Lima probably would beat Luben. You know, maybe not, but I'm just saying there's no difference. So I don't understand why y'all discredit Boots for knocking out Lima in the first round, but here y'all go again praising Erickson Luben for knocking out, y'all go ahead and praise Vergil Ortiz for knocking out Erickson Luben. And why? Because he fought Fundora, because he fought Charlo. Okay. But he took a beating from Fundora. Charlo knocked him out in the first round. So what does that tell you? When it's time for Luben, in all his big fights, he never shows up. His three biggest fights, he lost. And was knocked out 2 out of those 3 times. His biggest fights. Now, some of y'all might say, oh, well, you know, Luben, you know, fought bigger names. Y'all can say all that stuff, right? But here's the thing. Y'all always try to discredit Jaron Ennis and talk about he hasn't fought nobody with a name. Even though he did beat Sergey Lipinets, and y'all didn't think he would do it. He knocked out Lipinets. Y'all didn't think he would do it. And I dare y'all to try to discredit that one. Because it started, you know, y'all every time Boots get his biggest test, and first, before the fight happens, y'all saying he gonna have problems, he ain't gonna do this. He rise to the occasion. He knocked out Lipinets. He knocked out Delorme. He knocked out Stanionis. Okay, he knocked out Abreu, who had never been stopped. He knocked out Lima, who had never been stopped. Okay, so again, so when you look at it, when you like, if all right, so Charlo fighting Luben was like Boots fighting Lippin Yetz or Stanionis, if you want to try to make that type of comparison. So Luben was handpicked by Oscar and Golden Boy. See, this is why when Boots first came up to 154, he wanted his first fight to be against Ortiz. But Ortiz team and him said no, they wouldn't be ready or something to that effect. So now it's okay, Boots beat Lima. If Vergil win his fight, then they supposed to make the fight. Now you got Vergil team talking about if it's not $10 million or more, we not going to entertain it. See, I've always said this. When fighters want to get out of fighting somebody who they scared that they may lose to, they price themselves out. They price themselves out. History shown it. Canelo with Benavidez, Teofimo with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? You get these fighters, you know, they ask for these astronomical amounts of money or try to make all of these outlandish stipulations in the term sheets and all of these different things just so they can get out of fighting a fighter. So they're ducking the fighter, you know, by trying to make it seem like they're not ducking the fighter. So if you want to call it ducking without ducking or whatever, but that's still a duck. You know what I'm saying? No, the fight with Boots and Ortiz should happen. That should be both of their next fight. And realistically, okay, so if they saying 10 million, I guarantee you, if Eddie Hearn and Boots, if DAZN Matchroom Boxing, Boots, if they say, okay, we're going to give him the 10 million. Oh, Brian Norman and his father, Brian Norman Jr. and his shark-shaped head, retarded father, they price themselves out. So if Boots and them agreed to give Ortiz the 10 million, I guarantee you it's going to be something else on top of that. Oh, we don't want 10, we want 10 and a half, or we want 11, or we want, it's just going to be, you know, I'm telling you, they're going to keep trying to move the goalposts back. And shout out to Stephen Breadman Edwards, because he said he was going to get a lot of heat behind saying it, but he said it's going to be a bloodbath. Boots is going to beat the shit out of Vergil Ortiz. I'm telling y'all. And Oscar know it too. Oscar, you need to stop. I don't care about that clapback Thursday crap or all that whatever you talking. You need to stop. Boots is going to beat the bullshit out of Vergil Ortiz. And anybody who really know boxing, come on, man. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. And y'all telling me, you know, I heard them make a comment saying that he beat Israel Madrimov. He looked better beating Madrimov than Terrence Crawford did. Wow. And then they gave him credit for basically losing to Sergey Bogachuk. Bogachuk dropped him, I think, twice in that fight. And one of the knockdowns, it took him a couple rounds for them to even go back and look at it and say, okay, yeah, that was a knockdown. So I'm going to go on the record and I'm going to say this. It's no reason that the fight between Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz should not be next. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Oh, let it build up. Let it do this, let it do that. Because I can't remember that guy's name. But he has a podcast. And he was saying that he didn't want to see that fight. But he didn't want to see that fight because he really don't like Jaron Ennis. I think I mentioned his name in my last video. But he be doing color commentary sometimes for DAZN. But he don't like Jaron Ennis. But he don't want to see that fight with Boots and Ortiz because he know that Boots is going to whoop Vergil Ortiz's ass. Now, is it going to be a good fight? It depends. It depends. And y'all fought Luben because y'all know Boots can switch. But don't think for 1 minute that Boots is going to lay in the ropes like Luben did. See, Luben's mistake was he was laying in the ropes. And then even when he was trying to counter Vergil, he was leaving his hands too low. Every once in a while, he would bring the high guard up. But a lot of times, it's because he was dropping his hands. And then he got caught with the temple shot that put him out on his feet. So Vergil, you know, was able to capitalize on that as he should have. But Boots can get you in the middle of the ring. And please don't lean in the ropes against Jaron Ennis, because he's really going to finish you off. But I want y'all to drop the comments in the comment section below. Even those of y'all who super Jaron Ennis haters and y'all love Vergil Ortiz and y'all really think that he can beat Boots. Because that first go around, remember, y'all kept saying Boots was ducking. Oh, why he didn't take the fight. Without y'all even knowing or even understanding the stipulations or ramifications of the first go around and why the fight didn't happen. Okay? Timothy Bradley. You was one of the first people that said Boots was ducking Vergil Ortiz. And now you change, you switching up, you know what I mean, the tune of your song. You switched it up. And you know you switched it up. And I know my man Anthony Thompson, you know what I mean? You know you cool with him. But you was one of the first ones that said Boots was ducking Vergil. But I'm telling y'all, that should be the next fight. And if that fight don't happen, don't say Boots was ducking. It's because of Vergil Ortiz and his team. Because they already laying down the blocks, the groundwork to try to get out of the fight. They already trying to get out of it with the 10 million and everything else. So they probably going to try to price themselves out. But I hope Eddie Hearn and Boots and them just say, you know what, give them the 10 million. Just to see. Dangle the bait. If they saying if it's not 10 million, they not going to entertain it. Okay, tell them, yeah, we give y'all the 10 million. Watch how they move the goalpost back, or they try to put some other stipulations in the term sheets or try to change some other stuff up to try to get out of the fight. And now they talk and now they talk about Swan going towards Errol Spence. Errol Spence can't beat Boots. Did y'all forget that before Spence and Bud fought, that Team Ennis had petitioned the IBF to force Errol Spence to fight Boots? And that's when the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fought. But Errol Spence can't beat Boots. Y'all know that. Some of y'all say Spence is damaged goods. He hasn't fought since he lost to Terrence Crawford. Is he damaged goods? Possibly. But he can't beat Boots. And y'all know that that's a safer route for Vergil Ortiz to fight Errol Spence. Because Spence has the name and because of the accolades that he had behind him and the things that he previously accomplished in his career. But y'all know damn well Errol Spence is not the threat that he was before he fought Terrence Crawford. But you know what I mean? When he fought Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, who was the other guy named? Chris Van Heerden, when he was fighting them guys. He's not that Errol Spence, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. So he's not a legitimate threat to Vergil Ortiz. Bigger name, possibly more money. That's why y'all leaning towards that. It ain't about Spence being a threat or he can really oppose some type of competition to Vergil Ortiz. The fight with Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz need to happen. Stop the yap and make it happen. Make the fight happen. Vergil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis. Let's get that fight going so Vergil can get his ass whooped. Stephen Breadman Edwards said it's going to be a bloodbath. I agree. I agree. And y'all going to see Vergil get his ass whooped and take a beating like y'all never thought. And Oscar De La Hoya, you know it. You wanted to believe Munguia could beat Canelo, but you knew damn well Munguia never had a chance against Canelo. You just trying to sell a fight. And y'all making it seem like it was going to be a huge difference, like, oh, this is a real fight. I already said it. If Luben showed up to fight, Vergil would get exposed. But if Luben didn't show up to fight, he was going to make Vergil look like a superstar. Salute to you, Vergil. All right, you did what you were supposed to do. Now it's time to make the fight happen. Make the fight happen. Jaron Ennis Vergil Ortiz. Y'all drop the comments in the comment section below and let me know how y'all feel about this. This is all I got for now. To the next one.